fencing from that corner over to the back of the goat sheds, the back of this goat shed, or even the front, over to the tree line, and then run straight down the tree line back to that thing, back to the lot. And there's your growing area. Goat free. This area has been recently cleared. The stumps are gone, but the roots are still here. So we're going to have to wait a little while before we tackle that for growing. This is the trees. Give you some perspective. If you can see that H brace, see the stump? There's an H brace. That's pretty much this. No, it's not the center. Oh, that H brace. I guess those little trees right there are the center line, more or less, of the property. So if we come straight across the center line, then we end up with the tree line. It's clear in the front. That's been cleared for a while, so it's mostly root free, but very compacted. Then we have the trees. So a little bit of selective clearing will start to open up this, so it's not just a mass of toothpicks. Then once you get back in it, get a little better idea what's going on in here. Lots of young pine trees interspersed amongst some big oaks. You can walk through it. Right now it looks more of a mess than it is. Or maybe it looks exactly as much of a mess as it is. Now if you cut across, I'm just walking back closer toward the back of the property. Then you're going to end up with a creek line and a pond. So let's do that. Certainly it's not going to be that hard to open up different areas inside this tree line for kennels, little playgrounds, little swing, hangout areas. It's very quiet because the floor is all pine needles. So then, come out to here, and there's this thing is the back quadrant. The creek comes around here, and then the next door neighbor has made this small pond that is very clayey at the bottom. Then you end up with a spillway, which is this, and then that's going to go into the creek. Here's your spillway. Right here, goes back into this creek, goes down to his property. So that's a tractor lane through. And then, if we look at the back half, it's actually a little cleaner than the front half. So, let me show you. And another tractor line along the other side of the creek. So if you start coming back into here, it's a lot cleaner. A lot more really small stuff to clear out. Not so much really big stuff. It's more open. Easier to navigate. And then here's more of a natural opening right here. See how that just kind of goes into an opening? And then straight back here is more goat, is the back side of the property. All the property behind us is basically owned by the family that lives next door, and it's used for hunting, and it's pretty hilly. It's straight up a kind of a hill ravine thing. We're in the bottom of a valley. So back there is prime deer and boar hunting. 20 acres, goes all the way back out to the blacktop. Then this is the very back of the property. Again, that goes down to the other corner. And then this. Back here it's very loose sand. Everywhere else it's pretty loamy. It'll hold together. See, this won't hold together. See that? That's sand. But other places it's not. It holds together when you squeeze it. It's a lot more loam than it looks, especially for as dry as it is. And you go down a little ways and you start getting into a clay layer. See, this is just a little bit farther. Well, that's not really sticking together. But there is. Okay. So this is the back corner. Creek, pond. Piles of pine trees that need to be burned. Ground back here is pretty nice, actually. And then up to the house. So what Don is thinking is putting the house right here. So let me take a shot from here, then we'll be done. Creek. So if we build somewhere in this area, and we have the creek running across there beside the house, we have no view of any neighbors' houses. Those tree lines, so I'm pointing north right now, so those are going to block a north wind. And this is a valley, so it's going to get cooler. When it cools down, it's going to cool down here first. It's going to cool down faster, it's going to get cooler, and it's going to warm up last. So it's a little microclimate. So there it is. The blue goat. There's Donna walking down the road.